Welcome, everyone. Um, Today is what I am calling Faith Friday. Um, just a few little words about faith. Try not to get too preachy, but faith is something that I am working on this year, and there's a lot of things in my life that I have a lot of faith in. So I don't know what kind of Friday it is for you. I was just kind of thinking to myself, for other people, Friday, is, fun Friday, or, have to go to work Friday, or one more day of work and then I get to go have fun Friday. Or it could be, drop a ton of F-bombs Friday. But, for me, I like to keep it positive. So, what is faith? Faith is something that is hoped for or believed in, or, we know that all things are possible for those who have faith. And being that I'm a Christian, I believe in what the Bible says about faith. So, it's not easy to get faith. Faith is something that has to be continually strived after and worked on. It's if you want something in life, you work towards it. I have a little plaque up here, faith. It makes things possible, not easy. So, when we have faith, we strive towards it. It sounds kind of hokey, but for me, I went through depression, health problems, things that were out of my control. But in my mind and heart, I had faith that I was going to get better. I was going to get better. I may not be 100%, but I was going to get better. And I believed that, if I put all my faith in my God, Jehovah, and if I listen to the teachings of his son, Jesus, and follow them, then I would get better. And eventually I did. It took quite a while, but, I did get better. For instance, I quit smoking. That's really difficult for somebody who has depression, because I know that depression can cause some people to do irrational things. And for me, smoking was one of them. I was never a smoker. I wasn't raised in a house of smokers. But when I became depressed, and at the time I was fighting with someone, I started smoking. And I knew that I knew all the basics. It's bad for your health. It's bad for, the lives of those around you. But when you think about it, or when, I thought about it, it wasn't very loving on my part to smoke and just because I wanted to do it, did it mean that, everybody else around me had to smell it, and breathe all that in. And it's, secondhand, we know that secondhand smoke kills. So, it was just one of those things that, I love my fellow man, I love my husband, I love my daughter, and I love, and, I just, I didn't want them to be breathing that in just because I wanted to do it. I love them too much. Even my dog, it was funny because my dog, she would give me this funny look every time I'd light up a cigarette. And it was almost as if she was saying, Mom, please stop. I don't want to breathe that in. And, it started with a guilty conscience, but the only way I was going to make that guilt go away was to quit smoking. And it wasn't easy. And once you start smoking, you tend to have, cravings for it for a little while. And I was an on again, off again, on again, off again. And it just now has come to the point where I say, I'm done. No more. And I, prayed about it, and I was put on a medication to, I could still smoke on it if I wanted to. But, with that attitude in my mind of, I want to quit, I want to quit. And want was the word that helped me to move towards that goal. So, faith that it was going to happen, patience, and that want or that need to do it. Those were the things that helped me to quit, and also, I put a lot of faith in my God, Jehovah, that he would help me to quit. I can't say that about humans, because humans are, they'll support you, and they say, oh, I'm for you 110%, whatever you want to do. But in the end, did they really help you, or did they maybe hinder you and say, oh, well, you can't smoke, but I can, or you can't drink, but I can, or maybe they didn't say anything like that at all. Maybe while you're sitting there, maybe they light up, or they pop open a beer. That was one of the other things that I had to work on, was not to have resentment towards people who did it. Just because I chose not to do it didn't mean that everybody around me had to follow my lead. Okay, you guys have to quit because I'm quitting. Because that's not how it works. People figure out that, if they want to do something, they'll figure it out. They'll figure out how to get it done. I'm not the fearless leader. I just, did what I needed to do, and that was quit, and I did. And I can be confident and have faith that I will not pick it back up. It's going to be hard, but, I'm done with it. Smoking is a bad habit. But anyway, that was just a little rant about my life, what I kind of go through nowadays. And oh, sorry. I guess, as I talk, I get bored. So I'm going to say goodbye now, precious ones. I love you all. And I hope that we can have a conversation, a real conversation someday. Not just, one-sided, where I'm sitting here just rambling about nothing. Okay. Love you all, precious ones. Bye.